ACNB Corporation. PAYA, Payers First Billing Services and Agent 511 announced strategic partnership. That's Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha. BBY, Best Buy, says company says we expect growth to be positive in the first half of the year and then negative in the back half. That's Bravo Bravo Yankee, Best Buy. Company CFO speaking. Bravo Bravo Yankee. AWK, American Waterworks, files for mixed shelf size undisclosed. That's Alpha Whiskey Kilo, AWK. UAL, United Airlines, in an 8K filing says board authorized to sell and issue up to 37 million shares in an at-the-market offering. That's in an 8K filing from UAL, Uniform Alpha Lima. S&P futures getting a pop here now, 39.1325. mRNA, Moderna, company's CEO says on their conference call, company building additional COVID-19 vaccine production capacity as boosting people with variants will be an important strategy over the next couple of years. That's mRNA, Moderna.
This is a real Good morning, chat. What's going on? Starting combine today. Nice. Which one? One up? Just be very careful. Take your time on the first couple days. Obviously, we have an interesting day on our hands.
DYNT, Dynatronics, getting a pop here now, DYNT.
Um, let me just get set up here with my futures trading. Obviously, I'll be focused on futures, and I knew it was gonna be a bad idea, but I did it anyway. So last night, our Discord room was just we had just fun conversations. So stayed up way later than I was supposed to, so overslept this morning, sadly. And and now I'm kind of regretting it because I don't know if I'm gonna be ready for trading, but I'm gonna try to do my best. We'll see what happens with AMC. I was $1 away from the target on AMC. I was $1 away from the target, so hopefully we could revisit. Obviously, I wasn't up at that point, so but my stop is at break even at this point. The ads that you're getting on my videos are solely based on what you watch and what you talk about. They have nothing to do with my video. That's how ads work. If you constantly watch it, then it's different. But if you just randomly click on the channel, then you're getting ads based on what you watch, I think. I don't know. See if I'm having issues here this morning with my Ninja Trader broker. Yep. Why would I be having issues with that? Every time you wake up late to trading, guys, there's always problems. Like it won't let me log in. Plug in, connect, point for market data, compress, make sure the port is not used. What the hell does that even mean? Oh, I think I'm already logged on. That's what it was. I think I had the application open already. One second, guys. I'll be right with you. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Andrew. Good morning, Victor. We'll see if we could. Come on.
RCL, Royal Caribbean shares getting
Yeah, I'm
some
having a bit of
volume
an
here
issue
now,
with
Romeo
my.
Charlie Lima. CLSN Celsian providing clinical update on phase 1-2 ovation study with Gen 1 in advanced ovarian cancer. That's Charlie Lima Sandy November, CLSN. CLSN shares spiking here now on that press release, Charlie Lima Sandy November.
So weird, guys. I have no idea why. Oh, finally. That took a while. I had no idea why I couldn't log in. It's always like that when you wake up late, which I did this morning. I woke up a little early, like usual, but I was like, I am not getting up today. I checked AMC and GME. They weren't spiking, and NQ wasn't doing anything crazy. Nasdaq wasn't doing anything crazy, so I stayed in bed because I was exhausted. So that's where we're at. Now, is anyone in here in any positions? Yeah, I won't be here past like 11. I gotta do something. I gotta go somewhere 11-ish, 11, 12-ish. It's not an appointment, so I could kind of leave when I finish trading, but and then we'll come back for the afternoon, or if there's some crazy moving, then we'll take a look. But let's take a look at some of the gappers here today. Let me just go to full screen here. No. All right, so PAND, that's a buyout. So that's what a buyout looks like. I don't even check the news. I don't know what the news is. I don't know. I've never looked at it. I'm just looking based on the scanner. And I could tell you this is a buyout, just the way it's trading. I know I had a couple questions. People were asking me about what a buyout looks like and what happens to the shares of when the buyout happens. And that's what happens. DYNT already selling off. So I don't know why. I always forget these things when I'm not like super focused on something. But GME started running yesterday. We knew about it right away. So we were on Discord. Benzinga alerted it. Some people saw it. And we had a chance to get in at $60, right? So I've always said in the beginning,
digital business continues rapid ascent.
I've said in the beginning, if there's an opportunity to get back in, it's super easy to get back in, and it's almost obvious when to get back in, right? So I timed it almost perfect. The only problem is I got back in AMC instead of getting in GME at a low price, because GME went from like $60 to $200 last night, which is a huge percentage move. I could have sold it right there and then. And even KOSS, which is a sympathy play of all these, which I didn't think about, but you could have just seen it that it's gonna move. You'd have bought it 178% today, but yesterday alone would have made over 100%, right? So like 100% move for me, that would have been enough. Versus AMC barely moved, like if you think about it, in the percentage ways, right? So my entry is right here. So we got that 37% move. That wasn't bad. 12 is a big resistance area. 11 is a big resistance area. So as you can see, all these lines that I drew from when we were trading it back then, they're all playing part. And my target is 13 for now. I don't know if I'm going to sell it if it spikes to 13, or if I'm going to hold it yet. Well, I'll see. I'm not too worried about it. It's a small position again. But going for the ride. I'll be focused on trading NASDAQ as my primary thing today, of course. That's where my money is. But of course, trolls are already coming in. Not so much to the stream, but to the comment sections. So it's been a fun journey. They do not understand the concept of risk management at all. And they think holding is the right way to do it. So let them be. I'm gonna try to kind of ignore it because if they don't have a big size or they don't get back to me in a year or two, then I'm not interested because they're not gonna last in the market, right? I've been navigating the markets for a long time, more than most people will, because most people won't survive first 2 years or first year even, which I didn't survive either. The only reason I survived was because of my passion for it, but I was making the same exact mistakes. Well, the problem is gonna be with Wall Street bets and stuff. They're not gonna sell. So what's the difference? You know, they're not gonna sell, right? Diamond hands, baby. So like, if they're not gonna sell that on this run, then there's no difference. It's gonna be the same result or worse than before, but we will only hear about the good stories and not the bad ones. And there's way more bad ones than good. That's right. I'm not worried. I'm in it for the ride. My stop is at break even now, so I will not lose a single dollar on this trade. My desk is coming in on Saturday, but my mom's birthday is on Sunday, so I don't know if I'll have time to redo my desk on Saturday. Depends what time it comes in, because it's a lot of wiring, and obviously I want to do it nicely. I don't want to just put the computer apart and then dump it onto a new desk and call it a day. I gotta actually organize all the wires. Oh, I gotta shoot a video making my desk. That would be a good idea. I used to have a sick desk, guys. I used to have a sick desk. Let me show you what my desk used to look like. Now it's more like a practical desk, not going for looks. But my last trading desk in my old office. Let's see if I could find the picture I sent. Yeah, this is my desk. That was my trading desk from 2017 of August to 2020 of August. That was clean. The only thing that sucked is like it looks nice now, but obviously it's big windows, right? So it during the daytime it wasn't as cool looking, right? It wasn't as gaming. But I wish I could have traded at that time. Like at nighttime it would have been sick. So I still use the same monitors and everything. It's just now the desk is a mess. Now the desk is a mess. As far as like the overall look, because of the lights, the camera's got to be here, right? So the camera is in between my screens. One screen is vertical. If you guys have never used vertical screens, I highly recommend it. Vertical screen, there's so much real estate on it. Last time this channel said I would lose money in AMC. Now I'm already profiting. How so? Isaiah, how so? When I said AMC was bad, it was still around this price point. So talk to me in 2 years. See if you're around. All right. But yeah, that's it for the trolls. I'm gonna ignore the trolls because I don't really care. They really did not listen to my trade plan. I've said many, many times, if there's an opportunity to get back in, there's an easy way to get back in. We've had, I don't know exactly, but I would say at least 6 or 7 runners of 300% in the last couple of weeks. So if you would have sold your AMC and put that money into other stocks, grown your account, now get back in AMC, you would have doubled or tripled your money. But instead, you just held the bag and you were scared and you're not making any money anyway. So, well, no, I know I can't predict the future. Of course, I can't. I just play the odds. I've been trading for 6 years. somehow I'm surviving. So obviously, but what's your average, Isaiah? What's your average? How many shares do you have, and what's your price target? Let me see your trade plan. You have to have a plan, otherwise, what are you gonna do? Just wait? Yeah, I can't tell anyone to buy or sell. I could just tell you what I'm doing, and that's my money, and it's my personal finance, and I have to deal with that, right? So like, whatever you do, it doesn't matter. But if you think that AMC is the greatest thing, then you're the wrong person, because you should have bought GME instead of AMC, because GME already went up 200%, and AMC has barely gone up 100% from the lows. I bought yesterday. Yesterday was a perfect opportunity to buy, and if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, I'm gonna stop out break even. But KOSS and GameStop were way better buys than AMC. And sadly, I don't know why I got in AMC, to be honest. But again, I'm not worried. I trade futures, not stocks for the most part. Well, he probably has 3.4 shares on Cash App, the partial shares, and so it's easy for him to hold. But if he had like real money on the line, then he probably wouldn't hold. And if he does, then he's got a lot of money. So what's the difference? But see how everyone was so quiet when it was down, but now they're all coming back? Now how they're coming back? Like, whatever, guys. I'm not gonna stress about it, because we're back in it. If it goes, it goes. If you're not in it, I don't know what to tell you. I can't tell you any advice. What I did was, the news came in, cold sweep, volume came in into GME. When GME started moving, AMC, I've been talking about it for the last 2 days. It's been holding up. It's time to watch it. If it gets volume, it's a perfect breakout, and I got in. And instantly, I could have sold. If I took bigger size, I could have sold it last night, and I would have made more money then. But I didn't take size again. Well, just people just take this as a fun game. That's all they're doing is, like, I take it serious, like, I want to make a living out of this, not not just put my money and randomly gamble, Anyone could gamble and get lucky once in a while, but talk to me after a year, see if you're still around, Because AMC hasn't even come back, like, if you're holding AMC over 15, there's still a long way to go, right? So you haven't made your money yet. Plus, if it goes to 30, you only make 100% of your investment. So how much money are you really making, Royal, yeah. I just got in yesterday. I got back in yesterday. Let me just show you guys. I don't usually show positions, but since there's not that many people still. And I got in basically exactly where I sold too, so it's pretty cool. So I'm at 842. It closed at $9 and then went up to 11 and almost $12 after hours in pre-market. So I have a target in mind. So if it gets there, it gets there, and I'll sell. Won't even tell anyone because I don't really care, but it's a small position, guys. It's like 1/10 of what I play on futures, right? On futures, I don't want to be focused on it. Yeah, Anthony, I'm not here to kind of entertain. I'm kind of here to give people real perspective if they want to make it in the game long term. If a YouTuber is making $50,000-$60,000 a month, obviously they're gonna entertain you and keep going with it, and that's fine. That's being part of a YouTube community. I just do it. I just do it for fun. And even when the market opens, I am not gonna be focused on the chat as much because I'm actually trading, right? So I'm actually involved in trading. So it's my focus. That's how I make my money, right? So it's just the AMC thing. I was on it, right? I was on AMC when it was running. Then I saw a week chart. It went from when I started talking about it badly, it went from 14 all the way to 5. So like I was right. And I said the whole time, if there's an opportunity to get back in, it's always easier to get back in than to hold your money, and it's an opportunity cost. An opportunity cost is that your money from AMC is stuck in AMC. Why not sell it, make money somewhere else, and then if AMC goes, you get back in AMC, and now we have more money to get in with into AMC. Now, if you have 20 shares, then maybe it's not worth it. But if you have 200 shares, and you would have sold AMC at $10 or $9, that gives you like $1,500, $2,000 account still to trade with some other stocks. And we had stocks that ran from I don't know numbers. SCKT, for example, it was like $4 to $40 or $38, right? Whatever the hell it was. SCKT was like this, right? Look at the opportunity there. CLPS, that was another one. This one I messed up on. Card will never forgive me for this one, but I got it, and I was supposed to sell it at 20, and I never sold it. I diamond handed that stock, but hey, it's part of trading. Sometimes you make mistakes, right? So, if you guys think that losses are not part of trading, then that's the biggest mistake you make right away, because 99% of day traders and investors lose money is because they don't have risk management, right? There's no risk management. So you don't give yourself an opportunity to survive in the market because you just hold. It's the winners are super small, and then the losses are super big. Yeah, definitely alive right now. AMC, ever since these days here, I was already saying that ever since these days, I was saying that shorts are getting kind of stuck, because you got to put yourself in the shorts perspective. I have no bias. I short and I go long. So I didn't trade AMC at all during this time. I haven't been trading stocks as much. But look at all these times. Every time AMC went up, you could have shorted it and wrote it right back down. So easy 50 cents a share. These guys take 10,000 shares. So 50 cents, 10,000 shares. That's $5,000 quick money. Once, twice, 3 times. And now, this time, it never came back down, right? So now, if they're being stubborn, they could get burnt. And now GME started moving, and AMC started moving with it. Now no one is complaining that the charts are moving the same. I've been saying the whole time why the stocks are moving the same, because they're sympathy plays. So if GME is gonna move, AMC is gonna move. Okay, it's not gonna be vice versa. At least not now. Maybe if something happens, there's a chance that GME and AMC will run separately. But right now, GME is carrying everyone, so that's how it works. Same thing as Tilray was carrying all the wheat stocks. As soon as Tilray died, everything else died. Right. So how is SNDL doing? SNDL is at 158. Okay. Tilray 26. Today is again a slow day in the market though, as far as gappers. As far as gappers go, there's not much going on. We have DYNT, but DYNT is already like selling off a bit. Oh. Yeah, so I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of eyes on GME and S&T. I mean, and AMC. I really hope for at least a $13 push. I'll be happy with that. Yeah, there's not much going on in the market today, guys. So that's where the attention will be. Those will be the hot chicks of the day. Yeah, I heard the price target is 130,000 now. It's gonna be a lot of millionaires. But yeah. But hey guys, I don't want to spend too much time on AMC and GME. But if you have any questions, let me know. I just wanna trade. Let me see what's going on with my NASDAQ here. NASDAQ is going to be, let me put GME up here for you guys. But yeah, again, GME was way better. We could have bought it at $60. We were watching it here yesterday. And then I got in AMC instead. I don't know why. I don't know why. The percentage move is just so much bigger on GME. So Keith Gill made $7 million with his additional shares yesterday. Now that's where you make money. Zookeeper, I don't have that much. Like, I have to make money on Nasdaq. That's where Nasdaq moves more than all of these combined. You know. Let me show you guys the range of the Nasdaq. I know I keep repeating myself to some of you, but again, if you would have bought Nasdaq at the lows and sold it at the highs here, that is a $500 move. That means with $550 contracts, so one single contract, which costs you $550 of equity in your account, that's a $10,000 gain in one day. And this happens all the time. Because you could do it up and you could do it down. Obviously, you're not going to catch the whole move, but I'm just showing you how you got to capture the pieces of the move. But the bigger the move, the easier it is to capture that small piece of the pie. Right? The bigger the pie, the more people can kind of get a piece of it. Same thing on the down here. Just this down here is 356 points. Every point's $20, right? Every point's $20. So that's what 6,000-7,000. You know, like we're worrying about these 20-30% moves on AMC while this is happening every single day. And you can make some serious gains on NASDAQ if you know what you're doing. It's not easy, of course. It's not easy. But I'm just saying the opportunity is there. That's why. That's just a response to Zookeeper when he was saying if I'm able to resist. It's going to be fun watching AMC and GME, right? If they do run. But this runs every single day. Well, not every single day, but majority of the time it has crazy range. Sometimes it's smaller range, but a lot of times when it's volatile, like we've been seeing last few days, the returns that you can make on a small amount of money is insane. Do I think market correction is over? I think it might be, but I don't know. I got caught up in the spike. On today's what, Wednesday? On Monday. So no, on Tuesday. Today's Thursday already. Oh my god. Is today's Thursday? I don't know where the days go, guys. I have no idea where these days go. Yeah, big dip would be healthy, I think. It's just hard to invest your money into something that's super overextended, right? So I think that a lot of like investors and people that want to invest money into the market, they need to pull back. I mean, if we get a healthy pullback, a healthy one, not a crash, that's gonna help. That's gonna help big time. FINRA come out? What do you mean? Yeah, AMC's at 11 almost. 1085. That's looking solid right now, but it's got to get over 11 hopefully. Bed Bath and Beyond, guys. See what I'm talking about? Sympathy plays and sector plays. Like, it's just insane. GME moves and all of a sudden all these stocks move. Oh, sorry guys, you're turned off from the Benzinga. Benzinga just called out Bed Bath Beyond. Until you guys heard it. Steve, no, I don't, but well, I've seen the video. It's so good. I'll play it, but I'll probably get copyrighted. It's so funny.
FSR shares
It actually sounds pretty good.
Continuing to make new highs
Actually
now,
sounds pretty good. So.
23.91. Foxtrot Sandy Romeo.
Stock dip. Just make sure you go back to the gear icon on the bottom right and select 1080p. Sometimes it switches back to 144p. Yeah, very well produced. Steve, who do you trade futures with? Okay.
ENVA and Nova announcing definitive agreement to
Oh,
combine
yeah, you told me
its
that.
OBX
You told me about
business
that
with
indicator.
Foundation's business to form market-leading digital account organization company, ENVA, Echo November Victor Alpha. BLNK Blink Interenergy purchases additional 100.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
And 50
Make sure you hit
DCFs
that
of
like
Blink
and
charging
subscribe to the
stations
channel
to
if you
expand
have
its
not
EV
done already.
infrastructure footprint. That's Bravo Lima November
Where's Bill? Is Bill
Kilo.
sleeping?
BOXL Boxlight, clever touch by Boxlight, replaces aging technology at award-winning private school. That's Bravo Oscar X-Ray Lima. BOXL Boxlight.
He's on his roof, yeah. Yeah, I was super tired
BLNK
too.
getting a pop to the highs, $43 on that press release. That's Bravo Lima November Kilo, BLNK.
Let me lower that 'cause it's so loud. Yeah, so I was super tired last night too. I don't know why I stayed up so late. I have no idea, Marcus. I haven't done any research. I'm just trading based on the volume and the chart for now. Again, not much invested in it, so I am probably not going to hold longer than today though. All right, Nasdaq. I gotta check my Nasdaq. Hold on, guys. I gotta draw my trend lines and stuff. Sports. Yeah, GME is way bigger than AMC. It's always going to be, right? I think
FSR
GME
Fisker
percentage
shares
wise, if you were able
continuing
to get in
higher
GME
in the
yesterday, then that was
pre-market.
a way better
FSR
option than AMC. But
hit a high of
I don't
24.20.
know why.
Henrik Fisker to appear on
AMC
Mad
seems
Money.
more
He's in
attractive because of
with
the
Jim
price,
Cramer.
but the
That's
percentage
FSR
moves is what
Foxtrot
counts.
Sandy Romeo.
About 12 minutes till the open. Um, I'm just drawing my trend lines here for Nasdaq.
ATOS, Atosa Therapeutics, hitting a high of $3.30 now in the pre-market. Alpha Tango Oscar Sandy. Company announcing results from their phase 1 clinical study of AT301 nasal spray being developed for COVID-19. That's Alpha Tango Oscar Sandy.
Um, all right. So I have my I don't really have a huge plan for Nasdaq. Um, trying to figure out what it's going to do here. Trying to look at a bigger picture. Ooh, that's gonna that looks nice. Okay, that looks nice. It's a trend line. So if that gets broken and we retest it, it might go lower. But if it holds a support, it might hold as support and then go higher. So that'll be the plan. What's hot on this stock scanner today? There's not much actually. PAND is a buyout. KOSS is a sympathy to GME. Then we have GME, and then DYNT is not really doing much. ASLN, I did not see ASLN. Yeah, there's not much volume in this. I think the focus is gonna be on AMC and GME today. Oh, ATOS is moving. ATOS is moving a bit. Yeah, so ATOS is right now looking okay. If anyone's interested in a stock for today, except from GME and AMC. My man, thank you so much for that super chat. Just so you know, that super chat is not it will not go towards the desk like the bar that you see, the standing desk fund, because that's the donation. It's not the super chat, but that's much appreciated. I poured it towards it. The desk is actually coming in already on Saturday, but thank you so much for that donation, my friend. Should pop up on the screen now. There it is. But yeah, guys, I will be laser focused on Nasdaq when the market opens, just so you guys know. So if I'm not answering the chat, that's why. Obviously, I'll try to analyze as much as I can on AMC and GME. Do you think it's a good idea to buy GME and set a stop loss at break even? Well, the only way to set a stop loss at break even is if it goes in your favor first, right? So like my entry is at $8, a little bit over $8. So my stop is now at break even because I'm $3 in profit per share. So there's no reason for me to lose money on this. If I had bigger position, I'll probably be taking it already. But again, this is small peanuts for me compared to what I'm going to be trading on Nasdaq. So yeah, AMC is breaking out from this. I would call this like a cup and handle type of pattern. It's hard to say what this is, but it's doing exactly the same thing as GME. The only difference in the chart is that GME did not spike pre-market open versus AMC spiked till 12. AMC's basically break even at pre-market. It closed at around this price yesterday at 11. So it's just barely up right now. It's up from yesterday's close. Yesterday's close was at $9. But the close of after hours was at 11. Which is weird because, but again, stock tips. Thank you so much for that freaking donation, man. You didn't have to do that. But AMC went to 25.80. If you guys don't remember, if you look on the chart, it will say $20, right? Because it went only to 20 during regular hours, but during after hours, it went. Actually, it was pre-market. It went to 25.80. Theme song for the open. I am down with that. I am so down for that. Get my headphones on, get in the mood. Nasdaq's gonna be popping. Stretch. I wish I could be standing right now. Like standing for the open is gonna be so good. Yeah, it's been a long night, but Red Bull's gonna wake me up on this song.
ASLN, Aslan, Pharma shares popping to the high. 487 now. Now percentage.
I mean, it's super loud in my headphones. I don't know why, but this song just... And I'm not even a huge fan of dubstep or trap music. Really quickly, guys. The reason I'm not playing music is because people told me that it's better to have a stream with no music because you could play any music you want in the background, which they make a good point, right? So if they have different tastes of music, they could just play something low in the background and have the same concept. Versus if I play music, then they can't play their own music. But yeah. No, it's on YouTube. Oh yeah, usually the music is super low. Song usually we play music super low. It's just right now, right before the open, we're kind of getting pumped, which actually is 1 minute till the open. So we'll keep it at that. Let's go back to the regular music. This playlist is what we usually play. This is the playlist we usually play, and this playlist does not have any copyright strikes or copyright claims, I should say, which other playlists get me all the time. So here we go, guys. Here we go. Again, you have AMC and GME on the screen. I am focused on my other screens with trading Nasdaq.
Order filled.
Ah, I already messed up.
Order filled.
a big tank right now, which a lot of people suspected, so it's not the end. No, not yet. It's a big sell-off, so it's how you trap shorts, guys. Trapping shorts, the best way is to make it look weak. It's still far from over. Weak is when it can't get back over. Well, Nasdaq is being strong. I would have made a decent money already, but I took the wrong contract. I took a micro contract instead of a mini contract. So five shares. That's weird. All right, let's see if we could claim 11 again. Oh, I still haven't taken a trade on Nasdaq. Damn. Yeah, volume is gonna be crazy. Yep. Nasdaq is super strong. My prediction was perfect. It just never gave me an entry. No. Oof. I guess that's a hold for GME. The day of the week doesn't matter. Oh, you're long? If you're long, then oh, if you're long, if paper trades, because you traded minis, you gotta trade the micros. The micros don't move that much. That's how you get used to it. Minis are dangerous. Oh, you have to be up a lot already. It's been a big move. Yeah, I see it's halted. Yeah, people are gonna chase. That's the hard part. Wow, nice job, man. And that was on the actual combine. How much did you make? No, that's a huge move, dude. You did great. Sadly, I took a micro contract and I closed it out, and I was gonna get into the mini contract, but it just ran. Huge move on the Nasdaq. Huge move. Right here, it could have some resistance. Right here, it could have some resistance right now. I'm usually like trading at the open, and today I didn't trade because I woke up late, I guess. I don't know. Nice. All right, I'll tell you this much. Don't trade anymore. Shut it off, because if you're doing a combine with one up, you have to have 3 days that have 20 that are within 20%. So the biggest day that you have, there has to be 2 other days that are within 20% of that day. So if you made $600 now, and keep in mind you only need to make $200 a day, but if you made 600 today, now you need 2 more $480 days to pass. It's called the consistency rule. So I didn't know about that till like I made like $1,000 a day. Thank God I lost someone on it at the end. But you killed it, man. You killed it. All right, so AMC's popping back up a little bit. So I'm assuming GME is gonna follow after the halt, but we'll see. The most potential speak to me, like the targets I don't want to discuss at all because I have no idea. I have a target in mind. I have my stop and I have my target, and that's all I'm concerned about. If it keeps going, it keeps going. Maybe I'll get another trade another time, but I am focused here on NASDAQ. Yeah, TM. I've been hearing that from a bunch of brokers that they're limiting shares. It's kind of weird. GME is halted and now it's reopened. So now it's moving again. So this is the first time we've seen GME kind of move independently from AMC. Wow, is NASDAQ not going to pull back at all? Like, it's just going to keep going and I won't get an entry? Yeah, I could zoom in. Is that better? Oh, actually, let me just put this on a 2-minute chart. It's unhalted now. It's already unhalted. Or do you mean it's halted as in you can't trade it? What's your average over there, Q? What's your average, Q? How much money have you made over the last 2 weeks? How's your average 620? Can you send me a screenshot of your AMC when you buy? Because 620, that means you just got back in. Unless you were holding from 620 in the beginning, then that's a different story than holding it from $15 or $17. But you could go back to the other streams. I have no problem with that. Yeah, but if you didn't sell, how the hell would you get your average back down to 6? Mathematically, it doesn't make sense unless you only had 10 shares and you bought 1,000. So you were at $6 or whatever, and it went to 25 and you didn't sell. Okay. That's a different story. Different story than the average person that bought at $15 or so, because that's where all the volume came in, right? Everyone's in a different position. Okay, you were at 12. Okay. Well, you do know that we had around... And AMC only moved 100%, guys, right? So stocks move like this every single day. So you wasted 2 weeks holding AMC when you could have been trading other stuff too, right? So it's like opportunity cost at that point. And you could have just gone back into AMC this week. Armin, good morning. I have not touched NASDAQ yet. I took one contract and then I was in the wrong chart and I took the micro contract, so I got out and now it just kept running and I never had an entry. So I'm hoping for a pullback towards the 20 EMA here. Slow pullback towards the 20 EMA. Maybe around 13,220. How does it not make any sense? If you profit too much, can you lose on purpose to keep the consistency? What does that mean? Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you can, but that's kind of hard. If you try to lose on purpose, you're probably gonna make more money. You know, so just be careful with that. I would, if you're up 600, maybe be done, because remember, you only need, if you did the $50,000 one, you only need $200 days, right? All right, well, that's cool for you, man. For me, I was able to sell AMC and use that money for other stocks, make my money back, and then get back in AMC at the same price I sold it. And I'm gonna get out now, break even probably, because I didn't sell it yet. But I don't know why you're in the stream, by the way, because you haven't been here this whole time. I've been streaming every day. Yeah, but I made that loss back in 2 hours of trading. If you don't take losses in trading, you'll never survive in the market. So, and if you don't think that way, then come back to me in a couple of years. I would really want to see. Give me your email, and we'll stay in touch. We'll stay in touch, and I want to see if you're in the markets in 2 years. If you don't take losses, if you're that type of person. If you think you're just gonna hold everything. Now, if you invest in Apple, if you invest in blue chips and, you know, and all the big companies, then that's a different story. That's a different story. I'm not being defensive. I'm just telling you my perspective. Oh yeah, I'm making stuff up, yeah. All I know is AMC's at $10. No, you're just sour. And now you're just getting excited, like, for no reason. That's alright. Move on. He's here to troll. Yeah, Jamie Holt did it again, sadly. Hopefully that wasn't the dump. And what I said, Q, was exactly what happened. Okay, so I don't know where you're coming from, because what I said exactly happened. I've always said from the beginning, if you get out, like I got out around that time, right? The stock was trading between $12 and $8 at the time. You could always get back in, you know? I wasn't wrong. I did exactly what my plan was. How was I wrong? Please tell me. The stock went to $4 something, $4 from $25. How was I wrong? Please tell me. No, he could go somewhere else. It's fine. I'm just gonna move on to trading because I got to trade. I haven't taken a trade yet. No, I just said I did not call anyone dumb. If it was a troll, that's a different story. One person. Holding diamond hands is dumb. Yeah, I agree with that. Diamond hands is not gonna survive in the market. I guarantee you that. Because you know why? Now, if AMC goes up and GME goes up, people won't sell again. And then it's going to dump again and more people are going to get hurt. There's more people getting hurt than making money in this whole situation. Because they're just gambling. Yeah, GME is tanking now. Alright, almost there, NASDAQ. Almost there. Yeah, my stop is at break even now on AMC. I'm up $1.50 per share right now on it, but all right, Q, that's fine. That's fine. And I'm just explaining to you what I explained, and I explained exactly what's going to happen and what happened. I said you can't predict anything in the markets. So I just go based on the history of the stocks that do the same kind of thing. So if it's dumping, if you sell, there's going to be other opportunities in the market that you could use that same money, your buying power, for other stocks. And once AMC gets back in play, we could always get back in it. And that's exactly what happened. Okay? So that's all I'm saying. But at the same time, I'm just trading stocks that are moving every single day. I'm not holding based on fundamentals of the company. Well, it's because the reason I said troll, because you haven't been here. And now all of a sudden, when it moves a little bit, you come back. You know, that's... Nah, the only reason I'm wasting my breath because I'm patiently waiting for a setup on Nasdaq. I can't get it pulled back yet. I'm waiting. Close. It's getting close, but not yet. So this is Nasdaq right now setting up. So I'm waiting for a pullback. So when it touches the green line here, maybe around 13,225, that would be a good entry to start. Well, I'm not sure. It depends how it reacts to it. Getting, no, not yet. Almost. Well, it's big. It's part of YouTube. I like to engage because, you know, it gives people like more of a. They don't have to send a tip every time, right? All right, Q. That's fine. It's fine. Right now, it's going down, right? So it hasn't done anything yet. So. But like I always said, my plan is my plan, and I don't care what anyone is saying, or what anyone else does. Right? I'm just explaining my opinion based on my knowledge, and I've been doing this for 6 years, for example. Right? So my plan is different than yours and from everyone else's, and that's how the market works. Everyone has different thoughts and opinions of what the stock is gonna do because no one really knows what it's gonna do. But even though I don't know what it's going to do, I predicted it to a T what it's going to do. So Joe, it's just to show you guys that you don't need that much money to start trading. It's just more of the knowledge. And also, like, I trade pretty small on my real account. Yeah, because it's true. It's not true that I'm putting people down. It's true what's happening, right? I'm just explaining you what's happening. And people were down because it's money. At the end of the day, it's money. People should not be gambling their money, right? So right now they're just gambling and hoping that it goes up instead of using a stop loss and risk management policy, right? When you get in a trade, you should have a risk management in place in the first place. And people don't have that. People are following someone on YouTube or someone on Reddit forums or StockTwits and just putting their money in. And that's how you get hurt. And this is why 99% of people don't survive in the stock market. And I'm not the only saying this. Go look at any trading channels that are, fairly good. Go look at day trading channels and go look at other YouTubers. The whole problem with AMC and GME is that people bought at super high prices. I am not talking about people that bought sub $10 on AMC, and I'm not talking about people that bought sub $100 on GME. I'm talking about the people that bought at $300-400 in GME, and people that bought like $15 to $25 on AMC. And that was the biggest volume day that we had, so that was the most people that bought on that time. How did I predict it to a T? Because I sold at, I would have lost 50% more. I only predicted once it was already going down. I didn't predict it when I bought. What I predicted when I bought was wrong. But that's part of trading. If you think you're going to be right every single time, then you're setting up yourself for a failure.
Order filled.
No, I don't think GME is halted. Is it? Oh, I have the wrong chart up. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it is halted. Yeah. So stock halts when it moves 10% in the 5 minutes or less. So for a $100 stock, a 10-point move would trigger a halt, right? So this moved around $14 in a couple of minutes. So in 1 minute exactly. So it got halted. Halts are not helpful for anyone. They kind of just ruin a lot of things. So it's one of those restrictions that we wish they would just take it off, but because then you have no control over your position, right? So I've seen stocks that go up from, let's say they go up a crazy amount in one single day, and then they'll halt it at the top, or just one halt on the way down, and then open 50% lower. So people that are trading that got in, even let's say you're up a lot, so let's say you traded it perfectly, you didn't chase, but you get in, let's say at $20, the stock goes up to 80, they halt it on the way down, and then it opens back up 30, and you lost all that profit, and you had no chance of getting out in between. I'm shocked that Bill is still not here. How much paper trading would you recommend before doing a real thing? I had a couple grand on trying, learning from you, but yeah, so paper trading is only good for like beginning. The biggest thing that you should do when you start trading is just trade very small but with real money. So it depends. If you're doing stocks, are you talking about stocks or futures, by the way? I guess Combine would be the best way to start, because Combine is like paper trading, but at the same time it has some kind of emotional attachment to it. And you could give it a try for a little bit and then see if it's working for you. And Nasdaq is weak. It was so strong and now it's weak all of a sudden.
Stop filled.
Got stopped out. Crazy move. Did not hold the line. Sorry guys, wasn't paying attention for a bit. Scroll back up a little bit. How long would you say it takes to become a profitable trader? It takes a while. Everyone's different though. Everyone's gonna be different. It took me a couple years to get started. Yeah. Well, look. Support resistance. Look at 200. So if I show you 200, these are levels from so support levels and resistance levels from my chart from when I was marking it last time. And look, $200 is like, obviously it's a round number too, but there had to be some kind of resistance for me to mark it. I don't mark hold and whole numbers as resistance. I just kind of pay attention to them, but I only mark them. It's actually resistance, right? So it's wild how it works. Wow, Nasdaq is just gonna crap itself. Sean, thank you so much for that donation. You don't have to do that. I'm just trading right now, so. What do I think about GME and AMC having the same movement? So in my opinion, they're just a sympathy play. So if you watch any correlation in the market, so typically it will be the same sector. They're not in the same sector, but it's in the same category right now because it's a Wall Street bets type of play. So it's the same money involved. But if you take a look at like Tilray and all the wheat stocks, they kind of follow Tilray too, right? So it's kind of the same thing, but it's just a sympathy play. So I believe that AMC is following GME, but some people say it's the opposite, but I don't know. What do you mean it wasn't a public message? You mean in the that super chat? You're talking about the super chat. It just that popped up on the thing though. A donation is different than the super chat. Super chat is the $ underneath the chat, and that will show up in the with the comment. Well, Johnny, we were watching. So when GME halted, it was like $70 or something, I believe. Then it pulled back. So technically, we could have gotten in around $60 on GME. And the percentage move on GME, buying it at $60 or $70 is way bigger than buying AMC yesterday, right? AMC just doesn't move nowhere near as much as the other stocks do. Like the other stocks, I mean GME or KOSS, for example. KOSS is a crazy move, and it's part of this whole sympathy. I don't know why, but they look kind of close together. Not exact, but the same concept, right? And there's some differences in GME as well, you know. All right, let's see what Nasdaq's gonna do here. I'm in 100 shares of AMC. I'm not trading it though. Trading means for me like getting in and out quick. I'm just holding it. Stop is at break even, and the target is somewhere up there. My target is way lower than most. It wasn't far away from my target at pre-market open. Yeah, I mean market orders, you just gotta be careful on that kind of stock. But you're with Trade Zero, so it's a little bit better, right? Trade Zero it's instant fills, but using market orders on something like GME can be deadly if you use size. And your target is very low. Actually, I don't know about YouTubers, but apparently Wall Street bets 130,000. I don't know, but that's what people were telling me in my Discord. Yeah, I mean, there'll be a lot of millionaires if that happened, right? And then all you would hear is, oh, I should have bought more. It's impossible to predict. I mean, what GME did, right? What GME did was something that not many of us will ever see again. I mean, even yesterday, GME going from $40 to 200 in like what, half hour? That is not something we see a lot. So Nasdaq is just dropping, not giving me a pullback to get in on this side now. So I do have to go somewhere around 11 o'clock, 11, 12 o'clock or so. So it kind of sucks. But I'll be back in the afternoon. I also need a haircut, but I don't feel like going today. Well, I mean, like overall GME as a stock. There's something in GME that's making it move like crazy. It's in its DNA. But see, like Keith is never talking about AMC, is he? He's always talking about GME though, and he's the one that's kind of making this whole thing happen. I just got a haircut. No, last time I got a haircut was like it was when AMC was still running. I think. Maybe not. No. The last time I got a haircut was before the wedding I did. So on February 5th, I think. No. Was it 5th? Yeah, wasn't that wedding gig like on the 6th of February? I'm pretty sure it was on the 6th of February. Or was it the 16th maybe? I mean, I couldn't believe it was Thursday already today, so. Yeah, that was on the 6th. No, it was on the 6th. Yeah, the barber's been open for a long time. It was wild at first. It was wild with no barbers for like, what, 6 months? I cut my own hair once. I was like, whatever. If I mess up, I'll just wear a hat the whole time. And it wasn't that bad, actually. Yeah, it was the 6th. It's crazy how fast time flies, man. Usually I get haircuts every week and a half. For work purposes. But now the barbers are charging premium prices. So, and I don't need to never go out nowadays, so. Well, yeah. Card, congrats. And I think it's like a 1 month anniversary for like the stream to be like somewhat popular. Obviously it was blowing up during the whole first couple days, but right before that, I was planning to just stream futures, and I never had plans to stream AMC or GameStop, and then it just got to the point where how it all started is actually I was setting up the stream, and I wasn't ready to stream yet, right? So I had other things going on. I just finished this whole setup for my client meetings. So I was like, let me just stream the charts just to get watch hours, you know? So if like 5 people watch, I'll get some watch hours to get the YouTube thing going. And then one night I put the stream on at 4 a.m. and within like 5 minutes, it was 100 people watching. And I was like, oh my God. And then it turned into like 500 and 1,000. And then the following couple days, we had like 3,000. So no, I suck at cutting my hair. Yeah, if you think about it, like last year was like cute. Like last year was like one of those years that we didn't do anything, right? Like I don't know about you guys, but I went on vacation in March and I came back and I haven't really done anything. Like I was stressed out about business and stuff because obviously it was a tough year. But like the year flew by faster than like most years. It's crazy. I've put so much time into charts though. I mean, I've always been in charts, even if I had work, but without work, I mean, I would just, if I'm not trading, I'm watching something on YouTube about trading. Or cars. It's either cars or stocks. Okay, let's see if NASDAQ will have a second leg down here. So I'm waiting for a second leg here. Go down. Oh, this thing won't let me like draw on the charts. So weird. Well, this action on AMC and GameStop is not as exciting as I thought it would be. It was more exciting yesterday, that's for sure. But now shorts are piling in, right? So I could tell you guys from day trading perspective, this looks like a good short. So they're piling in. So the point of that is that if they get caught on the wrong side, they have to cover. So that gives the advantage to the longs, right? And that's how the squeeze will eventually happen if it does. That's why I've always said the best scenario would be for AMC to hang around. And I really said 977 or above. I'm not even kidding. And the reason for that is on the right here. This is like the last time we kind of peaked out. So being above that now, see how we're kind of reclaiming this area? So once you reclaim that area and hold above it, then we could kind of get the shorts under some trouble. And then the longer it holds, because every time it peaked here, it got sold off, right? So shorts got comfortable. They would short every single spike, right? Every time it spiked, it dumped, right? So that was an easy trade for them. And then here it never came back, so it did the same thing, spiked, boom, never came back. So now anyone that shorted here, obviously hopefully they covered. If they didn't cover, they're gonna be stuck, and this move did not help at all. So there's shorts on different levels. There's intraday shorts, there's swing trading shorts, there's all sorts of different people involved in the market. So the only people that know the positions is the market makers. And obviously the stock market is manipulated, you know. I feel like it's been moving around the closing time, the whole entire like squeeze in the beginning too, right? In the early January, late January. I know GameStop made the biggest move in pre-market, and I know AMC made the biggest move in pre-market, but I don't know the other days. But I feel like it moved so much into after hours and pre-market. That's the thing that sucks. It's like these stocks move so much after hours in pre-market. For me, it doesn't really matter that much. The only difference for me is like I don't get as much leverage. So if I want to use leverage, I only get 2 times leverage overnight versus during the day I get 6 times. But for something like this, you don't really want to use it. But I could trade normally after hours in pre-market. Depends what you want to do with the futures. If you want to do like a demo, if you want to do a demo, you could just go to Trado. You could do a demo with here. You could do a demo there. Well, it's not that it's not good. It's just some people don't get the opportunity to get involved at pre-market and after hours. So like if you wanted to sell GME at 500, I don't think you could because it was pre-market. So if you didn't have the right type of broker, you couldn't sell it. For example, like when they announced that that they're gonna ban buying on Robinhood, like if you wanted to sell here, you could have, because that was that same pre-market before it had a big tank. Actually, no, at the open it spiked. At the open it spiked. Never mind. But at the open it spiked to 481, not 500. And it had a huge sell-off. That's why I was shocked when we didn't squeeze here. From this recovery, not to squeeze, that was what I was like nervous about. So then when we got to here and we broke this level, that's when I was kind of 250 level. That's when I was like, all right, this is not good now. And it's been not good, right? And now it's completely different day, different move basically. But in the big picture, it's still a small move in comparison. Same thing with AMC. If you look at a big picture of AMC, it's still a kind of small move compared to this. But the longer it holds, the more shorts will get trapped. And all right, NASDAQ, let's see what you want to do.
Order filled. Target filled.
All right. It's quick $200 right there. Yeah, I mean, that's cute. That's how I find stocks to trade, right? So like how I don't know if you know, but I trade on a very small scale, right? So I'm very short term trader. So like now I just took a trade that lasted me about 10 seconds, right? So this trade lasted about 10 seconds. Usually they're longer, but right now I'm just quick scalping. But if it's a long trade for me, that's an hour long trade is a long trade for me. So how I find stocks is pre-market. So the green underneath my camera is the gap list, right? So those are all the stocks that moved in pre-market and after hours from last night. So that's how I find the hottest stocks to trade, and I have the most volume for that day. And that's why it's good to have pre-market and after hours, because that's how we're able to set up ourselves for the next trading day. We know what's going to be in play. Versus imagine if there was no pre-market, how would you know what stocks to play at the open? You know, you would have to wait till like 10 o'clock to see what's going to move. For futures, how much do we need to deposit and maintain the balance? I think $400 or $500 is the broker's minimums. It's super cheap to trade futures on the micro contracts. The amount of percentage you can make on futures is way bigger because it's highly leveraged. It's way bigger than on stocks. That's why I love it. Now, on the short term, the fundamentals don't matter to me. The only time I would look at fundamentals is two things. If it's like super good news, I won't short. And if they have an offering, a shelf in the filings, then it's easier to short a stock, right? So those are the two things that you would look at, because you don't want to be chasing a stock that has an offering in play, and all these turds, the cheap stocks, have a possible offering, and it's all in their SEC filings. So you just gotta look. Those are the only two things I would check, but I just go based on the chart. But the futures platform that I have now is different. There's so many platforms for futures, but there's so many different platforms. But the cool thing about futures, guys, all right, so I'm gonna switch this to a simulator and I'll show you something. So with this, I could switch it to simulator, right? So if I want to do a practice trade, now it's on green, sim, before I said my name. I can, let's say I want to go short, right? So this looks like it might go lower. So I could just hit either sell market or whatever. You could sell market, sell ask, sell bid, doesn't matter. Right? It's one contract. I have a strategy in place for $200 profit. So let's say if I sell, so if this goes below here, I'll sell it. All right, it looks like it wants to go. I wouldn't be taking this trade on a real account. I already took it. I took it already up here.
Order filled.
For see, I'm in now. And look how fast the P&L is moving, right? So how I was up. Look how fast. And I'm only using $550 of money on one trade like that. But the thing is, it's leveraged, right? So you have to be careful. But this is a mini contract. You could use the micro contract. A micro contract is this. It's the same exact thing. But if I short this one,
Order filled.
look how this one moves. This one moves like $2, $3, $5, $6, right? Versus this one is 50. It's 10 times more. So I'm up 100. So if this went to the lows, like the target here is $200. But if I go like that, that's like $1,000 right there. So I do not recommend trading the mini contracts if you're just starting out, of course. Mini contracts can get deadly. Let's see, I'm up 200. Now it's looking good. Typically, I would just take 200. See how it came back? Typically, I would take 200 like what I did on the live account. Because you do 200 a couple times a day, and that's a nice payday, right? But let's see what this does. Let's see if it goes lower. That's support here. TradeOvate is easier to set up. TradeOvate is easier to set up for the actual broker, in the sense that the platform is much easier to use. But with futures trading, you could take your account and plug it into any platform. So you could pay for a platform if you want something like this. If you want something like this, you pay for it. But it's not much different, to be honest. I still go based on like my charts here. So this is my chart that I actually use to trade on, to go do my technical analysis, and I just execute on these trades. But it's so cool like how I could move my stop now to break even. Right, so now it's a free trade now, right? Now it's a free trade, so hopefully it could hit our target, even though there's a lot of support here, so it might not. But let's say we just want to get out. All right, let's take our $167, and we took it, right? Oh no, there was $150. Sorry, we're still in this position, but as you can see, this position is much smaller. So this position costs $55 to be in, and you can make decent money because it does. The Nasdaq does move a lot. Like, look at this big move. We're up $11 and it barely moved on the big scale. On the big scale, it barely moved. All right. But if this goes down to like here,
order submitted,
then that'll be a nice play day. But obviously, you have to time your entries. You have to know kind of when to get in, when to get out type of thing. You have to have a strategy. Without a strategy, it's kind of hard to do the same thing over and over and just play out your odds. If you play out your odds over time without making many mistakes, that's when you become profitable. But first, you need a strategy that has positive odds. So whether it's high win rate or high risk reward. So high risk reward means if you win, let's say 50% of the time. So you lose, let's say you take 10 trades, you lose 5 and you win 5. But if your winners are 2 or 3 times bigger than your losses, then you'll be profitable, right? Or like if I scalp, for example, I'll take a $50 to $100 win and risk $200 on that trade. And that's a negative, but that's a super high win rate then, right? So I win 99%, not 99, probably 90% of the time. Right now it's Ninja Trader. So Ninja Trader is one of the biggest platforms for futures trading. So with AM futures is CQG, and then with Trade08 I use Rhythmic. So just to have both. There's no difference in my opinion. But yeah, just so you guys get an idea, I want to go back to the GME stocks. But I'm basically done with futures for today. Since I do got to go somewhere, I'll probably maybe trade. Oh, another thing, if you don't know about futures, they do trade 23 hours a day, right? So you have an opportunity to trade after work, before work, during work, whatever you want to do. They trade almost nonstop around the clock. So it's pretty cool. And the Anthem is back on. And we'll see if this, let's see if this goes anywhere for us. We'll set a
order submitted,
buy, and you could go short and long, right? So I'm just trading a chart. I'm just basically, there's no risk difference like in stocks. In stocks, there's a risk difference between shorting and longing, right? When you go short in stocks, your maximum amount you can make is 100%. Versus if you buy a stock, you can make, basically infinite amount. You could make 200-300% on your position. 300% is hard to get, but you could do it. But you have to anticipate the move. Versus shorting in stock, you're just reacting to it. So it's overextended. You think people are going to take profits and you just go short. So it's easier to kind of anticipate a short trade because the big move has to happen, right? Versus for longs, you're anticipating the big move and you don't know if it's really going to happen. Sometimes there's indications to it. Like yesterday with AMC, it's pretty clear that it was going to go. But before that, meaning you didn't know that. So it's kind of, you have to kind of anticipate it. So that's what the hardest thing about trading is, finding your own strategy. But this would have been a nice payday, see? So this is on the this is on the $55 contract. So look, I'm up. Obviously it's not real. I made 200 on the real account. But just missed my fill. Wow. It's 30. But see, like, that's 100% move already on my money. So let's say I close out. That's 100% move on my money. Of course, it's gonna continue lower now, but yeah, that's futures trading. Also, the cool thing about futures trading is you don't have to look for stocks or you don't have to do research. You just trade the same chart every single day. Every day, you just focus on the same thing over and over. Yes, sir. Let me go back to this. 10:37. That's the cool thing with trading. It could be done by now, right? You trade for an hour in the morning. If you're on the West Coast, you could go back to work now. You know, if you have a job, you can still do it before, it's 7:30 a.m. on the West Coast. And that's the difference between trading and investing, right? You can make it's like a side hustle. It's still a job. You still get paid. Versus investing, you don't get paid technically. Because how many times do you take the money out of your account to pay yourself? And NASDAQ is dumping. Would have been a nice trade. You could short futures with every broker. There's no restrictions on futures because it's not like a stock. Futures there's zero restrictions. There's no halts in futures. There's no manipulation as much. It's much cleaner. There's no way to move. One person cannot move the futures market, basically what that means. It's huge money involved. There's no spreads. It's a big range, so you can make money up and down. You just got to trade accordingly. There's no PDT. 60% of your gains are taxed are long-term capital gains. If you're in the U.S., if you make $40,000 on long-term capital gains, which means if you buy a house and you sell it a year later, or if you buy a stock and hold it for a whole entire year and then sell it, you don't pay taxes on that, on the first $40,000. And then the highest bracket is 20,000. 20% for long-term income. So let's say you make $100,000 trading on futures, you would save around $12,000 on taxes compared to stocks. I manually trail my stop. So I always put a stop in, because if you don't put a stop in, you get stubborn. And with futures, you can't be stubborn. The range is just too much. Like, I had a rough day on Monday and Tuesday. Monday, I gave back $500. And Tuesday, I gave back $680. So like yesterday and today, I'm just going to take my quick couple $100 and be done. And kind of get back in the rhythm, because I had a couple bigger days last week, and now I'm trying to chase the big profits for no reason. But see, like, this is what scalping kind of gets you sometimes. I got in here, like right on this dot. I don't know if you guys could see that. And I got out right there, and that's $200. This is like insane move right now. I could have made so much more. But that's trading for you. Oh, nice pop on GME right here. Yeah, can I say hi to your stream? How you doing? You wanna go outside? Or you want a treat? What do you want? At least you guys don't hear my dogs barking anymore. Like a month ago. Where are you going? You know. Oh god. I still can't believe Bill missed the stream. That's the first stream Bill has missed. Because I'll have to sign off in about 20 minutes. He'll catch. I'll be back on in the afternoon, but. All right, here we go on. Oh, AMC's gonna hit $30 today. Don't miss out on the launch. Damn, Ghost. Just don't put your mortgage on it. Just don't put a mortgage on it, please. But I hope you're right. My 100 shares will make me enough money to buy Red Bull for a month. Maybe more than a month. I would say I spend around $10 on a Red Bull a day. Sadly. Not always, but let's say 7. Let's say 5. Let's say 2 for 5. But I usually drink more than 2. $150 a month. Dang, I could lease a car for the amount of Red Bull I drink. I could get like a Honda or like a Camry or something. Wow, Nasdaq is dumping. Nasdaq is dumping. $30, yeah. It's a lot of money. People don't realize how much money we spend on stupid little expenses, right? When you do a big expense, you kind of think about it. But when you do the little expenses, you don't think about it because it happens every day. It's only $2. It's only $3 here. Yeah, Martin. I do drink a lot of sugar-free Red Bull, thankfully. So diabetes is not something I'm worried about. Heart problems, on the other hand, maybe. The caffeine overload. All right. I'd love for AMC to go, man. Just for the sake of... Not in the revenge trade, but sometimes it feels like it. Guess you're wondering, my position is at 842. The whole whopping 100 shares. So if it goes to 130,000, I'll be doing a giveaway. I'll give away 130,000. A lot of potatoes. Sausage, yeah. Sausage is good, but a lot more in the summer, I guess. We grill it, but my dad makes his own in the smoker too, so it's... I don't know. Potatoes, yes. Chicken cutlets, yes. I'm not a huge fan of pierogies, for example. I'm a picky eater, though. I wish I wasn't picky. Yes, it is. This one. So this is regular, and that's the sugar-free. So I usually get... And I just switch them up. Oh, yeah. It's not good for you. I did a research paper, actually, in school. I was an exercise physiology and nutrition major. So I did a research paper on energy drinks. And what I found was... This was, I mean, almost 8 years ago. What I found was that it wasn't that much different than drinking coffee. Because coffee is not healthy for you unless you drink black coffee, right? If you just drink black coffee and you don't add anything to it, then yes, it's not bad. But at the end of the day, it's the caffeine. So if you have too much caffeine, your body is going to get affected some way. I think I'm immune to caffeine because I drank a Red Bull last night at 2 a.m. I was just thirsty. So I would drink water and then drink Red Bull. But I do drink a lot of water, though. I've always have. And I don't drink soda for the most part. Sometimes with pizza. If you're in New Jersey area or New York area, or if you've ever been, if you ever try our pizza, it needs to be with Coke or Pepsi. I mean, honestly, I don't drink... I've never claimed to drink Red Bull because I'm tired. I drink it because it tastes delicious. You know how some people drink beer because they taste good? They don't drink it to get, drunk. Same thing. One Bite, everyone knows the rules. Actually, last month, did 3 pizzerias within a mile radius of my house. One was literally like, it's probably a quarter mile from my house. And then last year he did one, literally like 3 stores away from my my office. Yeah, there was one right next to my office, for my business, and he did one right next to it. I used to work there for lunch all the time. Not all the time. I can't eat pizza all the time. Pizza is good when you don't have it for a while. But yeah, I wonder how he's doing, guys. Have you been updating yourself on his positions and stuff? How's his trading been going? Wow, I missed so much money on NASDAQ. Oh my god. So sad. Following these meme stocks is worse for your heart. Not if you're not invested in it big. Following the Nasdaq last 2 days or the overall stock market with the big portfolio, that's what's stressful. I mean, a lot of people lost a ton of money last couple of days. Oh, Jersey City. Jersey City is, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes from me. So I'm in the same North Jersey area. But Jersey City is right next to New York City, which I hate. New York City is the worst. The only thing I like about the New York City is the Wall Street and the stock exchange. Even though now I trade futures, and futures are based in Chicago. Futures don't follow the SEC regulations. They have their own regulations, so that's why there's no PDT rule. It's different tax breaks, and it's just, I don't know. Even when you Google it, the difference between the two regulations is that one is catered towards the little guy, right? They want to help the little guy be able to kind of get into the game. AMC is just holding up now. It's hasn't really done anything bad. And the longer it holds, the more anxious shorts get, right? Like I guarantee you, a lot of people shorted this today. Yeah, Andrew. No, you don't want to do that. So a tick is just one movement. So you do the smallest amount that I would recommend. Well, on the micro, I don't know. On the mini, like for $50 profit, that's my smallest. Actually, I have a $30 profit too. Let me show you. Right, so I have a $100 profit, $200 profit, 50 and 30. $200 profit is my biggest, and oftentimes I will kind of move it, so it gives me time to move it. Versus like the $50 profit, sometimes it moves so quick. $50 profit is 50 divided by 4, whatever that is. Is that 12.5 points? And 2.5 points. Well, that's on the mini. On the micro would be 12.5 points. How do fees work for MNQ? All right, let me just go back really quick. So you could set it by, if you're on NinjaTrader, you could set it by, let me just see here. You could set it by ticks, currency, percent, price. So if you go by currency, usually currency is the best because then you could set a stop loss. So no matter what contract you trade, will be the same, because if you trade the Nasdaq versus when you trade the SPY, the S&P 500, it's gonna be different tick rules, right? So when you use this strategy, that's gonna apply to all, because it's gonna be monetary. It's not gonna be based on the ticks. So let's say you want to do a stop loss of, say, $100 and profit of $200. Let's say $300. You add. Oh wait, remove. Oh, that's a cool thing with NinjaTrader. You could do multiple targets. I forgot about that. Well, I don't trade more than one contract yet, so then you save as template. So I could do 300 profit, 100 stop. Right, so now if I trade this, let me go back to the sim account. If I go sim account and so I have that selected. So now if I go long and I buy it,
Order filled.
so I have a $100 stop and a $300 target, or $300 target. See? And it doesn't matter what contract I trade. So I'm gonna get stopped out for a loss here probably. But you get the point, right? So now we have this. That's the Nasdaq. Then we have the MNQ. So this is the minis, the micros, I mean. So look, if we do the same strategy in this. So take a look at how close to the price these brackets are. And now take a look on this one by buy.
Order filled.
Oh, there's no strategy. Hold on.
Order filled.
Select the strategy first.
Order filled.
Look how spread out these are. So see how much more room. This will be a $100 loss and $300 win. Versus in this one, it's the same chart. Same chart. But look how close the brackets are. It's just 10 times more bigger, right? It's like having 10 contracts. So I think the currency is the best one that you could do, because then no matter what contract you trade, it's going to be the right bracket. Because now if I go to ES, so this is the S&P 500, and if I use the same strategy here, it's still going to be the right one.
Order filled.
Right? It's still going to be the right one. Versus if I go with ticks, the ticks on MNQ and the NQ are different, right? A tick on the MNQ is 50 cents versus on the NQ is $5.
Stop filled.
It depends. It all depends on the strategy. All depends on the strategy. No, a point is $20 or $2 on the micro. $2. It's never a percent. So the price the futures trade at don't matter. So I don't know which one got triggered. So this one was a loss. But yeah, the prices don't matter. So it's at 13,000 now. If this thing goes up to 15,000, the contract is still going to cost the same amount of money, right? That's the cool thing about futures. So when the price increases or decreases, the cost for you to get involved in it in one contract, it stays the same. Versus if a stock like GME, for example, if GME is at $60 versus at $200, for you to get involved, it's much different. Andrew, yeah, join the Discord and I could explain more. I also have videos in my channel, a couple videos. I'm going to work on more videos, but thank you for that super chat. They're not moving. They're not really moving yet. INV, GME and AMC are kind of stuck together still. They're not going to be exact tick for tick, but wait, let me just close these out so I don't panic. Yeah, but all those trades are losses. Because you want to go with the trend, right? So when you buy something like that, it's on a discount, but you see how its trend is holding. It's a downtrend. And you see how that green line, that's a 20 EMA on the 2-minute chart. See how the green line is so beautiful. The green line kind of shows you where you get in. If you get in around the green line, it's always a possible. I lost here though. I lost on the other account. I lost. I bought here and I got snapped out. But that was on the combine. So maybe later I'll trade the combine again. But I'm trying to limit the losses for now. So right now GME is dropping, and let's see if AMC follows. It looks like it is following. It's crazy how GME moved 10 points in like a couple ticks. 10 points. I mean, that's Sean, no, Andrew meant it as a compliment, meaning that I'm giving him all the basic, I guess basic information, but that's what I want to do. I kind of want to spread the word about futures because I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of people that are just getting into the market and they want to get involved with day trading. They don't have a lot of money. Futures is the way to go. Question: if you shorted a future and did not set up a stop and it goes way up, would you have to buy the future contract? Yes. But same thing would happen on the long position if it goes against you. Because in futures you could lose way more than your account. I mean, the broker won't let you do that. The broker will call you and do a margin call and stop you out. But in futures, you don't trade based on the amount you put in because every contract costs you the same. So a contract with like trader rate is $550, but you could lose $1,000 in that one contract easily. Same thing as you can make 1,000, right? One of my friends made $4,000 yesterday on two contracts. $4,000 on two contracts. That is 1,100 turning into 4,000. But obviously, if you held the loser that long, you could lose that too, right? So it's important to cut your losses. No, it's all good. It's all good, Andrew. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. Gives me a little bit more motivation to wake up in the morning earlier. Because usually I would wake up around 8:45. Just get ready quickly, drink some Red Bull, get ready for trading at like 9:10. Usually I get on stream around 7 a.m. I feel like I've heard this song in someone's YouTube video. Like that's like their intro. I don't know why. I feel like I've heard it as an intro for someone. And I have people like the stream is starting or stream is ending videos. They have music in the background. Really, Andrew? I don't know why I don't remember. I've seen your name before. I just didn't know you were on all the time. It's going okay. I left a lot of money on the table on NASDAQ, but got to the goal and just shut off. I am long AMC as well from yesterday, so just keeping an eye on that. Stop is at break even, and I do gotta go soon. I gotta go to take care of something for my brother because he's working. I gotta go to the town hall. That's the cool thing about trading, right? You could kind of help out your family when they're working, and sometimes I babysit my niece and nephew. Not often. I don't try to make it a routine because then they'll ask me all the time. Because a lot of people don't think like you're working when you're trading, or they don't understand like the concept of being on the computer all day. Because both my jobs involve me being on the computer all day, so I could spend 15 hours on a day on the computer basically, on a busy day. But that's why that standing desk is gonna be so sick. extending desk is coming in on Saturday. Hopefully it comes in the morning so I have time to set it up. Because Sunday it's my mom's birthday, so we have a party. So I won't have time to do anything Sunday. Worst case is if I don't set it up properly, I just won't be on camera on Monday. I'll just have the mic set up and I just won't be on camera. Because the camera setup is what's going to take the longest to set up. It's a lot of wires. Since December. Is the desk for your back? No, it's just for like being more active, I guess. It just like, you know, it's one of those desks that you could raise it and you could stand. When you want to sit, you could sit. But like, I feel like when you're standing, you're more aware of things. So at market open, I'll be standing. Right, when the market opens, I'll be standing to be as sharp as possible. And then kind of just, I don't know. Sit when I want, but at least stand for 2-3 hours a day would be good. Yeah, not much going on overall. I haven't seen any runners today. Let's see like anything has ran. SSNT. The SSNT is running a bit now. SALN was the one I was watching earlier. So SALN, I guess, was the one that... No, actually, no, that wasn't the one. Which one was it? Was it DYNT? No. Oh, yeah, it was DYNT. Wow. This is why short selling is so much easier, guys. And why it's attractive to shorts when you get into day trading, because this happens all the time. Like, let's go through like all the charts. The PAND is a buyout. So see, that's what a buyout looks like. I should take a screenshot of this because people have asked me countless of times what a buyout looks like and what's going to happen if AMC gets bought out by Amazon, for example. So typically this is what happens. Obviously in AMC's case it might be a little bit different since there'll be a lot of trading involved, but typically a buyout is like that. And I have no idea. Like if it's a positive news, you would think the stock would trade, but it doesn't. I feel like this is, you guys know the Strad Man? I feel like this is his song. Maybe not. I don't know. But hey guys, I'll be back on. Depends how long it takes me to get everything done, and depends if AMC and GME will do anything. I'll definitely be back in the afternoon. I just don't know what time. It all depends. I should be back. I'm gonna get lunch now, then go to the place. And I'll probably be back by like 1 o'clock. And then if AMC or GME is doing anything, then I'll get right on the stream. If not, I'll get on stream around 2:30 for the power hour. Or 3 o'clock. But yeah, short stream today because I overslept. I mean, I didn't oversleep. I actually did wake up. My alarm clock is so obnoxious that I just laid in bed though. I was just like, oh, another 20 minutes. I snoozed like, I think 5 or 6 times today. So, but I checked the charts. There was not much going on in the pre-market. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe. If you haven't liked the video, please do. Much appreciated. Thank you guys so much again for all the donations. We'll replay them again. So we had Andrew, Sean, and Stock Tip. Yeah, Andrew, definitely more than happy to help with futures trading. I am more than happy to help guys that want to learn about futures, because it's not so much the strategies, but the concept of futures, right? So that you can kind of have like a idea, and then learning the strategy is going to be something that you'll have to kind of work on yourself as well. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys later in about 2-3 hours. All right, be safe if you're trading anything. There's not much going on in the stock world though. And officially, this is the first stream Bill has missed. Later, guys.